One cruise line is saying adios Houston, and another cruise ship is having flooding problems again. That and more coming up for your cruise news today, Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. Yep, it's April Fool's Day. Stick around. Welcome back. I'm Jordan with Beyond the Dock. We're covering your cruise news for today. If you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you're alerted to all of our new videos. So our first story today is Princess Cruises. They're pulling out of Houston, Texas, starting next year in 2026. Their last sailing will be the Regal Princess in March of 2026. They've been in Houston off and on since 2004, and they say they are repositioning their ships. At least 12 sailings have been canceled. The Majestic Princess was the ship that was scheduled to fulfill those itineraries. Passengers have been made aware and refunded. Number 2 for today is about the man overboard systems that some ships have. Typically, when a person goes overboard, there's a notification sent to the bridge alerting them that someone's overboard, and they can start their procedures to try to rescue the person. Now, the system costs starting at about $200,000, so not all ships have them. Between Carnival and Disney, 30 ships have that man overboard system in place. Other cruise lines have systems as well. Older ships may not. We don't really know. It's hard to get a solid answer on which ships have a system and which don't. There's a new system by Xelim. We'll just go with Xelim. They have a cutting edge ZOE or Zoe system. And the difference with this system is once the person is detected, it uses infrared cameras and sensors and AI to track the person in the water to make the recovery efforts much faster. But weather, the ocean currents, it's hard to know exactly where a person might go, but using this new cutting edge technology, they're able to track and predict where the person might go once they're in the water. Now, you might be wondering, well, how often does someone go overboard? Well, it happens about once or twice a month, somebody goes overboard. Now, ships now are pretty safe, so usually a way a person goes overboard now is they either jump or they're pushed. The guardrails are really high. You can't accidentally fall off of a ship anymore. Now, to put that into contrast, it's about 19 people a year roughly, and we have over 30 million people cruising every year. So the percentage is really small, which could be why not all ships have the man overboard system in place. But the recovery effort is less than 30% and even smaller to be found alive once you go overboard. This new system most certainly will provide a better opportunity to recover a body at least, and possibly even recover somebody while they're still alive. Story number 3 is about Norwegian Aqua. Now, it is currently on its transatlantic sailing from England to, originally it was going to be Boston, but we have a big storm moving through the US right now. It's expected to hit Boston on April 3rd and then move out to the ocean from there. The Aqua was originally scheduled to dock on April 4th, but due to weather, they have pushed that back to the 7th. So passengers get to enjoy 3 more days at sea, but they are not docking in Boston anymore. Now it is New York. So this can cause a lot of problems for passengers. They planned on Boston, so I'm sure they had flights going out of Boston. And also some of these people might have to work around Monday. And because of the delays, they'll probably need to take more time off work, and they'll need to reschedule their flights from New York instead of Boston. So it's quite a headache for those on board. It's hard to complain. I mean, it is a brand new ship. You get 3 extra days, but it is inconvenience also because you weren't able to plan for it. Story number 4 is about the Disney Magic. Now, again, the Disney Magic has a leak on board. This is the 3rd time this year. The last time was a couple of weeks ago where it was sewage seeping up onto deck 6. This time it is a leak from above. Decks 5 through 3 have been affected by water pouring down from the ceiling. Now, it's not the entire floors, it's just the section Water was coming through the atrium around the chandelier. Passengers were able to be moved to a new cabin if they were affected, which is an upgrade from when the sewage leak happened. There were no extra rooms, so passengers just had to deal with it. Now, the Disney Magic is 26 years old, so it's near the end of its life, but most companies expect to keep a ship for 35 years before retiring it. Disney Magic went into dry dock in May of 2023, which was scheduled. As always, the crew was quick to respond and take care of the issue. Passengers were reporting, though, after the initial leak that they were told they can't film. Interesting. So the repairs are ongoing, but now how secure do you feel about this cruise ship? 3 leaks in, what is it now, 3 months? Going on 4 months? It's a lot. And our final story for today, number 5, is also about Norwegian. They are retiring Seven Seas Navigator. The ship has been in service since 1999, but they're not sending it to the scrapyard. The 490-room ship will be transferred to Crescent Seas. It's a new startup that plans to convert the ship into a residential ship. The ship debuted in '99, but it was built from the hull of a Russian research vessel, so it wasn't even brand new in '99 completely, and it is NCL's oldest ship in the fleet. Norwegian says they keep ships up to 35 years, but it looks like historically it's been between 25 and 30 years. They like to keep the ships modern and keep updated technology. They do still have, I believe it's 4 more ships coming out in the next 6 years. So how do you feel about cruise ships being converted into residential ships? If you think about it, the ships are around 30 years old. They're not updated with the newest technology. They go through their dry dock and get updates. I don't know how much updating will go into the ship before it's converted into residential suites. There's a lot of new technology since 1999. But for me, I do enjoy cruising, and I would like to, at one point, live on a cruise ship for extended periods of time. But I wouldn't want to stay on the same ship. I like experiencing different ships, going to different places. So how do you feel? Would you want to buy a suite on a residential cruise ship, or would you prefer to cruise on multiple ships back to back? Let me know in the comments below. I am interested to hear your side. That's all for cruise news today. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you're alerted when our next video comes out. Let me know in the comments below about these stories. Was there anything that stood out to you? Did you disagree with anything I said? Let me know in the comments. I'm excited here, and I read all the comments that come in. Until next time, we'll see you as we venture beyond the dock. Happy cruising.